Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all the products that I've been using and loving for the month of September. It is my September monthly favorites video. When I was gathering and collecting products, I do have quite a bit of new products to share with you guys. A few of them you've seen in videos, but some of them you have not quite seen yet. So I'm excited to share those with you. I do have a fair amount of beauty, and then I actually have a fair amount of kind of like miscellaneous random things to share that I've just been using and loving. I have traveled a bit more this month. I went to New York for a trip, business trip, and then I actually just got back from Miami 2 days ago. So some of these products are great for travel as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's start with makeup first. We're gonna start with a drugstore foundation. This is the Dream Urban Cover by Maybelline. I actually picked this up for a Walmart video that I did that'll either be up just before or just after this video goes up, and I love this. So actually a friend of mine, she's not in the YouTube or beauty community space, she's just a mom friend from school. She told me that she was like obsessed with this. She said that she's bought 4 tubes of it, which kind of shocked me because I think it's a pretty new product. It has an SPF of 50. It's an antioxidant enriched pollution protection product. Full coverage protective makeup sunscreen is what it says here on the tube. This offers really, really great coverage. It wears pretty well throughout the day. It's not something that I would necessarily coin like long wearing in that you don't have to touch up or you don't have to worry about it. You still are gonna have to touch up throughout the day, but I would say comparative to like how I expect or hope my foundations to wear, it is right there with it. It feels really great on the skin even though it's full coverage. It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't cake up, it doesn't move. It just makes the skin look pretty full coverage, flawless, but not heavy. I really, really like it. I would say as far as like a drugstore recommendation, this is definitely one that I would recommend. The only thing is the shades are a little off. I picked up the shade 128 Warm Nude, and this is actually the second one I picked up. The one that I bought first was very, very, very olivey. It was very olive. I feel like the shades are pretty extreme in terms of like they're either really yellow, really olive, or really pink. So that's the only thing you have to kind of worry about, or not worry about, but when you are selecting a shade, just pay attention to that because they are pretty, the undertone is really strong. Okay, so we're gonna hop over to 2 other foundations. These are a little bit more high-end. One of them is very high-end. Let's start with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I know I've talked a lot about this in videos. I've actually been using this for a couple of months, but I just love it. I find myself recommending this foundation to so many people. I taught a makeup class at my local Nordstrom a couple weeks ago, and this was the foundation that I chose to use on the model. I just feel like it's a great foundation for all skin types, whether you're oily or dry. It's pretty long wearing. It doesn't look, I wouldn't say it's a full coverage foundation. I would kind of put this more in the medium category, but you can build it a little bit. It just makes the skin look beautiful and natural. Not a lot of shine, not matte either. It's right in between. It just makes the skin look flawless and natural. If you are someone that needs a lot of coverage, this might not give you what you need, but I feel like for like 85% of us, 80% of us or so, this is great. If I were doing makeup still as a makeup artist, I would pack something like this in my kit. It's a great foundation. Okay, the next foundation is really high-end, you guys, but I just have to include it because I really, really love it. It's the La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. This is pretty much as high-end as it gets. I think this was $120, $110, $120. I know. Will I repurchase this? I don't know. That is a great question. Probably not, simply because I wear so many different foundations all the time that I don't really think it makes sense for me to spend $120 on foundation, knowing that I'm not gonna wear it every day. Now, if I weren't a beauty YouTuber and I didn't, need to try new things all the time, and I loved this, I would probably purchase it, yes, because it's really beautiful. It looks very natural. It gives a little bit of radiance, but not radiance to that you have to worry about it looking shiny or oily throughout the day. I find that this lasts pretty well through me. I wouldn't say it's a long wear foundation. It's definitely one that you gotta kind of look in the mirror and touch up, but even when it gets shiny, it doesn't seem to move on me. I feel like foundations either can stay matte all day and you don't have to worry about touch-ups, or they stay in place. But to me, a bad foundation is when they don't, you get really shiny or greasy looking pretty early and the foundation moves and settles and fine lines and all of that. This one does not. I think this looks pretty good. If you can find the time to touch up, once, twice per day, it's just beautiful and it's so light. It's so light. It's a very beautiful foundation and I love it and I'm going to stand by that. Okay, the next product is also for skin. It's a primer. It is by Beauty Blender and it's called the Leveler. This I got in New York when I was there for a business trip, and for some reason I feel like shopping in that Sephora is more fun than shopping in the Sephora down my street, which they're pretty much the same. But I got this and I really, really like it. It has a little bit of a tint to it. It's not really going to level out your skin tone or brighten really, maybe very, very subtly, but it pretty much turns translucent once it gets on the skin. But it's a pore minimizing primer. It just makes everything look very smooth. I like to really concentrate this just in the center of my face and on my pores. And I do find that my foundation lasts longer and looks better all day when I've used this, so I do like it. Okay, we're gonna hop back over to drugstore. This concealer by number 7 is the Lift and Illuminate Concealer. You guys know I've been discovering some number 7 products over the last month or so, and I think it's a fantastic brand. I have yet to be disappointed by anything. This concealer, I have the shade light medium. I think I got medium the first time and it was very yellow. I had to exchange it. I wasn't sure how I felt about this at first because the consistency, it's a serum concealer, and the consistency just it didn't seem too even. When I applied this, I felt like it just didn't give it an even application, but when I blend it out, and I like to use a beauty blender or even your finger because it's a very lightweight concealer, it blends out so beautifully. It gives great coverage. It doesn't crease or cake up under the eye. It doesn't leave the under eye area looking dry. I think it's a really beautiful concealer for all skin types, but especially for more mature under eye area that has a lot of texture or a dry under eye area. I think it's worth giving it a shot. I really, really like it. Okay, so since I have been traveling a lot, I always kind of default to one of my favorite long wear foundations, and that happens to be the Peach Perfect. I have 4 foundations in my favorites. How is that possible? I don't know how that's possible, but I do love these, and these have been my foundations in rotation this month. But when I travel, I bring this guy along. I've been using this because it's my like fail-safe foundation. When I put this on, I know my skin's gonna look good all day long without looking heavy. It's got a pretty matte finish. I wouldn't say that this is a great foundation for really dry skin, but if you're normal or oily, I think this is fantastic. And this is always the foundation I grab when I'm traveling. And because I've been traveling a little bit more this month, this has been a favorite. Okay, so let's switch gears over to a couple of fragrances. So in New York, I stopped by Sephora and I wanted to get a new fragrance. Now, I actually don't really buy big bottles of perfume. I usually always buy this size. So I picked up one of my favorites, which is the, it's Not a Perfume. That's the name of the fragrance, Not a Perfume, and it's by Juliette Has a Gun. It smells so like crisp and clean. I love this. I've been talking about this one for a while. I also picked up on the recommendation of a subscriber, the Vanilla Vibes. I think this is the new scent from Juliette Has a Gun, and I love it. As you can imagine, it does have a very strong vanilla scent to it, but I love it. I think these are $28 each, so it's a great way to test it before you purchase it, because I think the large bottles are over $100, but I really, really love both of these. Okay, so this product, I'm pretty sure I like sang it so much praise in a recent video, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Gasm Blush. This, the only complaint I have is the packaging. So like I don't know if you twist it off, you pull it off, I don't know, but it's kind of messy. There's like a little thing you have to twist to get the product out. But I love this product. It is so stunningly beautiful. So basically you just get the product and you put it on, I'm not gonna put it on my face now because I have a lot of blush on, but this is what it comes out. It looks like it has a lot of color. When you blend this out, it just gives the prettiest sheen of color and highlight that just looks like a natural flush to the cheeks. It gives the skin a very youthful glow. I find that you can really manipulate how much color you get. So if you want it to be very sheer and light, you really just, I like to actually use our BK Beauty 101 foundation brush to kind of like put the product on, and then I just kind of work the brush on top of it and it shears it out beautifully. If you want to have more color, you certainly can do that by either applying more or just blending it enough to where you don't blend it away. You know, you still see that little punch of color. It has the most beautiful subtle sheen to it, so it gives the skin this radiance glow. It is so beautiful. Okay, so this is gonna fall in a favorite because it's one of the powders that I've really been using a lot this month, and it's the La Mer, the powder. It's a beautiful powder. I really like it. I think it's beautiful and wonderful. I probably will not repurchase this because I have so many other great powder options that are just as good and half the price. But it's really, really beautiful and light. It's a powder that you can use under your eyes, all over your face. It gives the skin not like a powdered look, not like a powdered matte look, it just sets foundation. It's really beautiful. It also is up around $100, so I know it's kind of crazy. I got it did I get these together? I can't remember if I got these together, but I really like it. I'm putting it in a favorite, but I'm going to give that disclaimer that the La Mer is a foundation I would repurchase because it's that good. The powder is really good, you guys, but I probably wouldn't spend $100 on powder again. This powder, however, will definitely be a repurchased powder. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder, and I might have talked about this in my favorites last month, but I'm still using it and loving it, so I'm talking about it again. And I have the shade Fair. I just love it. The only complaint I have about it is like the packaging. It has this little divider down here, and it's just really hard to get in with your big brush. It's kind of messy. This has a pink undertone to it. This I can also use under the eyes. It has the slightest little bit of shimmer, very similar to the La Mer, but this definitely has more of a pink undertone. And the Charlotte Tilbury has a pretty strong fragrance, a scent to it that's not super pleasant. It doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. But these are both great powders that I've been loving this month. Okay, I have two lipsticks for you that I love. I picked these up in New York in the same trip. They're by Marc Jacobs. It's the Sonic Truth and Georgie Girl. I have Georgie Girl on right now, but I did layer it over a peachy nude, so it's toned down a little bit. So Georgie Girl is this beautiful pink. It's like this kind of, I would call it like a bubblegum pink. Sonic Truth is this kind of pinky nude. So I'm gonna put the two together. I still have my concealer swatch here, so you can see how those translate on the skin. They're very pigmented, very rich in color. They have a nice texture to them to where they're not, it's not a glossy lipstick, but it's not matte either. A lot of moisture, very comfortable on the lips. They are pretty long wearing because they have so much pigment to them. And I love the little lipstick bullets. I love Marc Jacobs packaging. It's just very like simple but chic. I love it. Okay, moving right along, I have an eye pencil by Wander Beauty. This is the High Line Eyeliner. And this was actually sent to me in PR. You guys know I'm a little picky when it comes to liners like this. I have to have something that has a flexible enough little tip, like the very tip has to be very flexible so that when I put it on the eye, it bends and I can just get that perfect line and adjust the thickness of it. If I want it real thin, I can just use the very tip. If I want it a little thicker, I can lay it on its side. Very rich in color. It's beautiful. I've been wearing this a lot lately and I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna switch gears from beauty. I wanna share with you guys this makeup bag that I've been using on all my travels. It's by SONIA KASHUK. I got it from Target. I love the color. I think it's really fun. I like this like antique bronze look. I love the texture of it. So what I love about this is I love this top part right here. Oh, I just closed it. I love this top part. You can fit brushes here. They have little slots for brushes and this little elastic thing to protect it and then this to protect it. And then in here is where I put my eye drops, my eyeliners, my brow pencils, any like pencils, mascaras, things like that. It doesn't have, how many slits it has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 slits for brushes, but your smaller eye brushes you can fit 2 or 3 to a little pocket, and then your larger ones you can fit, you know, obviously 1. And then in here is the bottom, and I still have some makeup in here, but this is what the bottom, there's a lot of space to fit all your foundation, your powders, your shadows, everything you need, you can pretty much fit in here. But I've been loving this. I took this both to New York and Miami, and it has served me well. Okay, so I have 2 products from ERINCONDREN that I want to share. I had an event there, well, it wasn't my event or anything. I attended an event there, and I walked away with some goodies. So I needed a new little notebook, just something that I could keep on hand to take notes or jot down ideas. And I found this one, and I had my name stamped in it. And I also got the girls one. I got one for Brooklyn and one for Kate, and they were so excited. But it's just a basic lined notepad for me to keep, you know, keep my ideas, thoughts, and like I have a lot of ideas for videos or for BK Beauty or quotes that I hear that I love, and I just wanted a place to put them, so I got that. I also picked up this. I think this is something new that ERINCONDREN is doing. I don't even know if it's on the site. Actually, I think it is on the website. But this is what it is. So it's a folio, and you pick your color of folio. I picked the light gold, and then you pick, I think up to 4 of their petite planners is what they call it. So their petite planners are basically just like this is a petite planner. It's just one little book, and then they have these elastic rings, and you put the petite planners in these rings. So you can see there's a little ring right there. And so you can basically build any kind of journal that you want. Okay, I have a couple pieces of Kendra Scott jewelry, but I'm going to talk about them as a whole because it's really a collection. It's the Rue collection, and it's what I have on now. I have on the earrings. I have on one of the necklaces. They have another option for necklace, and then I have on the bracelet. But it's basically, I'll take the bracelet off so you can see. It's basically really simple, everyday pieces, you know, very like easy to throw on pieces with their classic medallion. So if you notice, that medallion is the Kendra Scott. You could think of it as a logo, but it's the Kendra Scott medallion. But I love these pieces because they're so easy to throw on. You can layer them with more statement pieces. You could layer this with like a more statement necklace. I've just been wearing them a ton lately. I have the gold. It also comes in silver and rose gold. If you haven't shopped Kendra Scott before, shop her website because I have a 20% off promo code for you guys. It's Lisa J. You get 20% off your entire purchase. It does exclude sale, and it does exclude final sale and fine jewelry. But other than that, you can get 20% off, which is pretty awesome. So I will have that in the description box below for you. Okay, let's move right along. Let's move right along. Because I have traveled a lot, I'm going to share with you the bag that I've pulled out of the closet and been wearing a lot. It's not a new bag. I've had it for a couple years. It's the GG New York. Is it the satchel? I forget. The gray satchel? I don't know. I'll link it down below. I have my initials on it, LMJ. I'm a Lisa Marie. But what I love about this bag for travel is it's the perfect bag for travel, in my opinion, because it does have a long crossbody. So when you're, you know, got your carry-on, you're going through the airport, you can put it on really easily so your hands are free. I also like the shape of it. So what I like to do is I have my carry-on suitcase, and then I'll usually set this on top, and it fits perfectly on the top of my carry-on. And then I'll either put the straps around it or kind of take this and wrap that around the luggage holder so it's secure. The zipper, it's just a really easy bag to access. You know, this is the shape of it. It fits a ton of stuff. I like the zippers on here, and when it's open, you can just like, you can access what you need real easily. Anytime I travel, this is the bag that I go for. So this has gotten a lot of love and a lot of use this month. Is this heather gray, French gray? I'm not sure. I'll look it up. I'll have it all linked down below for you so you guys can check it out if you want. Okay, two more things. I feel like this video is super long, but let's just knock it out. Let's just wrap it up here. I bought this dress, and it was kind of a splurge for me because I typically don't spend, I think this dress was 118, maybe 180. So it was like, I see those numbers in my head, 180 or 118, somewhere around that, which I usually don't spend a lot on, like kind of a, like, you know, light little dress like this, but I love it. I'm so glad I got it. I'm actually considering getting it in a couple of other prints. It's by the brand Rails, and it just has the sweetest shape to it. It's shorter in the front. I'm actually gonna post a picture so you can see what it actually looks like, but it's shorter in the front and then a little longer in the back. It's black, and it has this like kind of off-white flower print, and it's got these sweet little buttons right here. I don't know if you can tell, but I think it's a great dress to dress up or dress down. You can wear it with heels to dress it up. You can wear flat sandals to dress it down, make it a really easy to wear dress. You could wear it with a jean jacket. You could, I mean, there's so many things you can do with this dress. So I really love it. It also has this drawstring here, so you can really kind of cinch in the waist and make it look really, make your waist look real tiny. Okay, last item, and I feel like maybe I've saved the best for last because this is something that we all need. You already probably have it. A great pair of jeans. These jeans are not new. I got them from the anniversary sale in July, but I've started wearing them a ton this month. They're by AG, and they are the Ferrah skinny ankle. Are they the high-waisted? High-rise skinny ankle. And I love them. They are so flattering. I think AG jeans are probably the most flattering on my body shape. More of my weight kind of travels around my butt and my thighs. And these jeans are so flattering and so comfortable. They have a good amount of stretch to them, but they're not going to stretch out and get loose on you at all. This particular style has this frayed hem at the bottom and then a little slit here. And they are slightly long on me, so I do kind of roll them up if I'm wearing it with flats and I can't just put the hem over my shoe. So yeah, I love them. If you haven't tried AG jeans, I think they are worth every single penny. Of course, jeans, I feel like jeans too are a personal thing. If you have a totally different body type than me, you might have another brand that is perfect for your body type, but those, they're perfect. I love them. All right, you guys, that wraps up this. How long is this video? It says it's 26 minutes, but I don't know how much of that is gonna get edited out. Thank you for sticking around with me. I did have a lot to share this month, so I really appreciate your patience and for hanging out with me. I would love to know what you guys are loving this month. Let me know in the comments section below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Seriously, I know I say that. I think we all say that at the end of our video or at some point in our video, but I like really, really mean it. Thank you for watching my videos. It's your time, and time is so precious. And if you get to spend a little, if you choose to spend a little bit of it with me, like, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Bye guys. What is this? Bye guys.